G'day folks, this is Dragon Aussie Survival in conjunction with Survival HQ on the topic of charcoal briquettes. Previous videos I haven't posted yet, but I will. Using moulds to shape the charcoal briquettes. I've just come up with another idea which is rather primitive. The charcoal briquettes work best when they're compressed while they're still in wet form. So, you know, it's a problem I had with using other moulds. They did work. I did do a burn test on them the other night, and I will video that later on. Got a few other ideas to sort out about this. But one way of doing it is making a mould out of well, in this case PVC pipe. This is thick wall stuff, drainage stuff, and I've just marked off a line around here, around the side. I haven't cut it yet. That's about 25 centimeters or 1 inch. You can make it longer if you want to make the charcoal briquettes a lot thicker. That's the diameter of the pipe. The idea being is once it's cut, you put the wet mix inside the this piece that you've cut off. What I'm using here is just an old steel can, so that you put the wet mixture inside this ring that's been cut out. Put that on top and just gently tap it down with a lump of wood and a hammer or something, just to compress it a bit more. The idea being is it'll give it a longer burn time, and it may even shorten the drying time of it. I haven't tried it yet, but it's more about the mould idea. That's for a big one. You can make these out of a metal tubing, RHS, you know, something like that, and have a better idea of compressing it rather than using an old tin like this. This is just a very quick fix I'm doing, see if it works. And for smaller briquettes, another piece of PVC pipe I've marked off, and basically once you put the wet mix in there, I've got a bit of steel rod which I'll have to cut down a bit. Put the wet mix in here once it's been cut off. Just extend it out a bit. You can see on the end there. Okay, so once you tap it down, it's a simple case of just pushing it out, and the moulded charcoal brick. This is a smaller version. Is ready to be set out and dried, keeping in mind that the charcoal briquette mix has to be very thick, not slushy, otherwise it's just going to leak out all over the place. The same with this idea with the tin. Once you've compacted it down, you just simply push the charcoal briquette out like that. So in theory it should work. It's very crude, and I'm hoping that it'll do the job. We've actually got a bit of sunlight today, surprise surprise. There's a couple of ideas I'm working on other briquettes with other mixtures, so I'll cover those in a later video. But the test burn I did the other night, there's no way in the world you're going to light them off a fire steel or even a cigarette lighter. Even tried that, a big lighter. You need a good primary source of heat, naked flame under these once to get them ignited. And anyone that's ever used them in barbecues or Weber cookers and that sort of thing will appreciate that. But once they've ignited, the burn I did the other night, it was only a small one of the small ones. I've got about an hour burn out of it, and it burned completely down to ash. But anyway, more on that later. So I'll be back soon. Okay, just cut that PVC pipe. Okay, you can make this wider if you want to. It's entirely up to you. The idea is you put the charcoal wet mix in here, pack it in pretty well just by hand, then you sit that on top of it. And just tap it down with a bit of lump of wood. Don't have to hit it hard, just to compress it more. Just like that. That's the theory behind it anyway. The pressure you use, yeah, you can weld something together or nail something together, something like that. I'm just using materials I've got around the place, junkyard, supermarket. The other one, that's the ring I've cut. Make them a smaller briquette, and put your wet mix in there. It's a reasonably good fit. I might have to pack it up a bit, see how we go anyway. And basically all you do then is just tap it down with the wood to compact the wet mix. Once that's done, simply just push it out like that down onto a flat surface and let it dry. And the same principle applies to this. Once you finish tapping it down, just push it out at the bottom of the can onto a flat surface, lift the ring off like that, take that off the top of it and just leave it out, sit out to dry. So that's another way, that's another mould. Very crude, hope it's effective. You can, like I said, you can make these out of metal pipes, RHS, weld up a press for it, or use a lump of wood or something like that. Make it any thickness you want, any diameter. Same with that. So we'll see how that goes later on.